Back with another live show. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all like the stream too. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. We are live and we're going to talk about this sex strike, which has failure written all over it. If this sounds familiar, it actually was something that was a part of the plot in the Chirac movie. They thought that by withholding sex, that would keep the violence low. And we all know that that's not going to work, okay? Because both men and women like having sex, okay? Women like to sleep with men just as much as men like to sleep with women, you know? But Alyssa Milano and all these other idiotic feminists really think that their ideas work when they really don't. It really don't, you know? But we're going to get into it. But make sure y'all like the stream. Make sure y'all like the stream. Hopefully y'all are following me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I really would like for everybody to follow me on Twitter. Please do that. All right? Please do that. As well as Instagram, as well as Facebook, even though I post mostly to Twitter anyway. So if y'all could go to Twitter, Instagram, I would much appreciate that. Okay? Also, make sure that you continue to share the content as well. You know, that does mean a lot. All right. But we're going to get into it. But let me go ahead and shout out everybody that's here. Young Manhood, Ill Wills, Rashid, Bella was good, Vernon, Rodwell, Ill Wills, Josh. Saliva, Nicole B, Jessica, Marie N, Willie Beeman, True ATL, Antoine Wood, let's see, Jeremy, Vern, Marv, Annan Cash, Jeremy Carr, RCH, Patricia was good. MC247. Redskin Nut for life. But what is good, everybody? To get the gist of what we're talking about, I'm going to go to an article from page 6. All right. But make sure that, listen, if there's any video topics I need to see, people, I would appreciate y'all send it to the Gmail, or if you follow me on Instagram, you can send it to me on Instagram. But I prefer the email. Okay. Let me go ahead and remove this. I prefer the email, people. Also, make sure y'all continue to support the platform by donating through Patreon, PayPal, Cash App, or buying a tee or a hoodie out of my Teespring store. All right? Shout out to Ill Wills, hitting the super chat. That would be much appreciated. Shout out to everybody who follow me on Patreon. I appreciate that. But I want people to understand that our society is changing every single day. The left is getting more and more ridiculous. The men are getting more and more effeminate. The women are getting more and more slorish. It's funny how more people are using the word slur, but anyway. Y'all know where that word originated. But things are getting like put on top of his head, you know. I'm seeing a weird obsession with people's children, especially celebrities, you know. And we're seeing married couples who you would think are happily married having issues because one person wants more and more attention. Shout out to Ill Wills again. Says Alyssa Milano is a few months from wearing Birkenstock sandals and a flannel shirt with the sleeves cut off. Can't forget the spike haircut. She about there, Ill Wills. She about there. You know, she about there. You know, the way things are going, for her to really believe that a sex strike is going to make things better, all it's going to do is make things, make people turn on her and see the left for what it is. This whole situation exposes the left for who they are. That's what it does. And I hope women understand this. You see, when we make video content, we don't make it because we just simply hate women. We see what's coming. Men have a way of seeing things from a longer longer problem down the road. We see things ahead of its existence. We see the way that women are going, how wayward they're going. And because of that, we as men, we feel like it's up to us to be able to correct it. And a lot of people don't want this red pill truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They just want you to tell them what they want to hear. I'm not one of those type of guys. When I made the videos that I made about, either be Cardi B or Aisha Curry, I'm speaking from a long-term standpoint. Aisha Curry made a fool out of Steph. And I'll tell you why. It is because he did not have the cojones to check her publicly. He didn't have to curse her out and degrade her. You just have to show strength. But she was able to expose him, was able to expose him to other men, to say, hey, look at him. He's not an alpha male. Look how I said what I said and he just backed down. That's why she did it. She basically shit tested him and he failed. Now, maybe we'll never hear a peep from her again publicly. It is what it is. But the damage has already been done. Okay? And that's because the way society has gone. Now, you got dudes out there who will claim to be alpha males, but they're not doing anything to keep these women in check. You can't just be no alpha when it comes to sleeping with women. You need to be out there reclaiming what you've built. Okay, cool. Black Kasha Nemo. Was it Kasha Nemi? Kasha Nomi? Appreciate it. Make sure y'all like the stream too. So what's going on is that women are asserting their dominance in relationships. They're asserting their dominance in society. They say that if you say anything we don't like, we're going to punish you. We're going to make you apologize. We're going to make you bend the knee. That's why it's important for people to truly be red pill and to not be fraudulent, to not be fake. Because there are people out there that will say that they are about being red pill, but they don't really understand it. They really don't. See, you have women out there, they will show you one side of themselves, but in their mind, they have feminist ideology. Shout out to Darren Nelson, say he should have said nothing publicly, but checked her privately. But defending her was straight up weakness. It showed a lot of weakness. She put you out there to expose you to the world, Steph. She don't see you as a strong man. She was shit testing you, bro. And when women shit test you, they do it for a reason. What's going on, Naima? They do it for a reason. And that's what was going on in this situation. She was basically putting you out there to see how you react. Once again, as y'all say, she's just looking for his attention. Okay, well, he did exactly what a lot of people want him to do. Again, it starts with how people are raised. If you're raised in a household where your mother has more say-so and she does what she wants, 9 times out of 10, the women you get with are going to be doing the same thing. You have to look at that. You know, we have to look at the fact that men just don't want to be strong. See, there is strength. Okay. There is strength in being able to speak your truth without being afraid of the consequences. I know that there are people who are not going to like what I have to say. Y'all see it. Y'all see the people who be in my chat room disgruntled. People have called my shows disgruntled. People in my comment section disgruntled because they're upset because I don't go along with what everybody else goes along with, because I'm not built that way. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm okay with upsetting people because I know there's going to be people I'm going to wake up and there's going to be people that I'm going to help. But you have some truly weak individuals out here who are willing to give wayward women a pass. What's going on, Jermaine? You got women who want to give Aisha a pass. You don't know their relationship. Why are you speaking on it? You don't know what's going on. You don't either. I understand women enough to know women like their non-sexual attention. You know, women like to be able to have other men. See, women are very good at multitasking. You know, we as men, maybe not so much. This is why women make good assistants and secretaries. They can do 5 things at once. They're very good at it. They're very good at it. And because they're very good at it, they're able to, once again, be good at their job. So when we look at certain situations that go on in society, right? Alyssa Milano, you got these SJWs, you got these feminists who can't keep a man, can't get one. They probably out here paying for it. Let me tell y'all something. The main women paying for Dizzy are feminists. Either they're fake plastic or they're the real deal. Because they don't have the social skills. They don't have the looks to be able to get a quality dude. This is why they're so in their feelings on social media. They're in their feelings on social media talking about a goddamn sex strike instead of fixing themselves up and putting themselves in a better position to be able to get a quality guy. But because these women are broken, maybe from their childhood, maybe from bad relationships, they're so broken that they want to make everybody's lives miserable. What's going on, Shane? Come on, don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. There are women who are literally out here basically taking care of men just so they can get vitamin D every night. Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm speaking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm speaking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm speaking about. These women who have men living up in their house, who don't work, they don't contribute. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This ain't nothing new. You paying for it, you funding it. Same thing. Letting these dudes drive your cars. Yeah, they're very sexually frustrated. That's why they're on Twitter talking about a sex strike, as if that's going to help resolve anything. So we really have to look at it in certain ways, you know. Nicole, I'm not talking about anybody specific. I'm talking about women who are these feminists, man. These feminists who outwardly hate men, but they're still trying to date men outside of social media. They're still trying to make it work. Make sure y'all like the stream, people. And that's what's going on today, man. That's what we have going on today. You have a lot of women like Alyssa Milano, man. You know. So what we are in society dealing with, we're dealing with the fact that women feel like they have power they've never had before. And they're using social media in order to utilize whatever power that they feel like they have. And the power that they have is to shame men and try to control them, try to get them to bend to their will, so to speak. That's why you see all these guys who are so quick to play Captain Save-A-Ho. They're so quick to play Captain Save-A-Ho because that's the environment they grew up in. They grew up around a lot of women, and they've internalized that, women are victims, that women need to be saved, and that, all women are right. And we all know that ain't true. Let's just keep that real. And that is true, But you see, the thing with me is that I'm okay with being honest if it upsets a few, but it helps others, And with this whole sex strike thing, it just shows me that women like Alyssa Milano, they say things just to be saying it, to be going viral. They really do not, for the most part, they really do not understand that men are waking up. The more extreme they get, the more people are going to see them for what they are. This is why you have women renouncing feminism. Because they see that it's not going to help them. They see it's not going to help them to continue to push narratives forward that is going to keep people turning against them. Maybe they didn't care a year ago. When the Me Too movement first got out of control, maybe they didn't care then. But I bet you they care now. I bet you they care now, Because they have to care. Now, hold on, let's see. Hold on a second. We're going to get to this page 6 article. Because I think it's ridiculous how anything people say nowadays goes viral. That to me, it irks me because people just go viral for saying anything. They can literally say anything, go viral. It's crazy to me. Make sure y'all continue to like the stream, even if you don't like me. Like the goddamn stream. Okay? Or dislike it, whatever it is you choose to do. Let's see. According to page 6, Alyssa Milano calls for sex strike to protest wave of anti-abortion bills. Okay? No abortion rights, no sex. Actress and Me Too activist Alyssa Milano sparked a Twitter storm after urging women to stop having sex with men as a protest of a recent anti-abortion legislation in Georgia, Mississippi, Kentucky, and Ohio. And most of those are red states. Okay? This is why they wanted Georgia really badly. This is exactly why they wanted Georgia during the November elections, because the now governor, I didn't follow that race too closely, but he may have been running on this. This is probably why this is now becoming a big story. You know what I'm saying? I believe he may have ran on this. And this is why they wanted Georgia so badly. Okay? The DNC. Let's see. Until women have legal control over our own bodies, we just cannot risk pregnancy, Milano said in a Friday night tweet that has since garnered more than 20,000 likes. So you mean to tell me that women don't have control over their bodies? Since when? Since when do women not have control over their bodies? Like, I mean, do y'all hear this ridiculousness? Just because you was in Hollywood giving it up, all of a sudden now you don't have control over your body? Do you listen? Anybody in the chat room? Do y'all know any women that don't have control over their bodies? What this seems like to me is Alyssa Milano is cool with women having unprotected sex as much as they want to, getting pregnant and aborting that baby. There are probably women out there right now that had multiple abortions, probably can't even have children. They probably can't even have children anymore because they done had so many abortions. They done had so many abortions, their body is just wrecked. Join me by not having sex until we get bodily autonomy back. I'm calling for a sex strike. Pass it on. First off, how do the women get to the abortion clinics? How do women even want to have abortions? Oh, I know, because they had unprotected sex. So, because you're out having unprotected sex, this actually helps women stop having unprotected sex. This will definitely help. This sex strike would actually help them stop sleeping around with multiple men and not knowing who the father is. That's the only way that this sex strike could work. It ain't going to affect the men like that, because these guys only do what these women allow. And if these women are okay with these guys having unprotected sex with them, it falls back on that woman, because her body is going to change because of it. Okay? Let's see. But a few New Yorkers are willing to follow Milano off the celibacy cliff instead of saying me too. Many ask me, what are you, nuts? If anything, we should be doing more effing, argued Queens-based feminist author Jessica Valenti. A big part of the reason GOP men want to ban abortion is because they hate the idea of women having non-married, non-procreative sex, she said in a Sunday morning tweet. Come on, man. If you're having unprotected sex, you're going to get preggo, okay? You see, this is the mindset of feminists. A lot of these feminists are slores. A lot of these feminists are slores, okay? This is why they do not agree with Alyssa Milano. They're like, be celibate for what? Okay? They're like, celibacy for what? I told y'all, I don't care how feminist a woman is. She wants to sleep around just as much as men do. You don't see men having a sex strike, noted Miranda Cruz, 28, in Lower Manhattan with her husband and baby. Women crave sex even more than men do, she added. So really, you're depriving yourself. Of course, one woman's celibacy protest is another woman's lack of a Saturday night date. I think I'm actually doing that without even trying. Kaylin Castro, 27, joked of the boycott in Midtown East. They're laughing at her. They don't take this shit seriously. They're not taking this shit seriously. They don't take you seriously, Alyssa. It's just rhetoric. It's just retweets. That's all it is. That's all it is. Okay? But I'm telling y'all, a lot of these women, they're feminists on social media. They're social justice warriors. But outside of social media, man, they don't give a fuck about no female camaraderie. Okay? Shout out to Antoine Wood. They don't care nothing about no female camaraderie. Not one bit of it. Let's see. Still, she added, I think if you're in a place where you can still have abortions like New York State, then F all you want. Oh, I missed something. Hold on. Castro thought Milano made a good point about the importance of women having control over their bodies. Milano hedged on her call to no action later Saturday, tweeting that women wouldn't have to boycott all booty, just sex with guys. So, okay, so you're saying just have sex with women? Sex toys? We can love sex and fight for our bodily autonomy. There are lots of alternatives to cis men, she tweeted. Milano's husband, Agent David Bulgari, claimed on Twitter that his wife, No Nookie Stan, was working just fine. Oh, look at the beta soy in this guy. He added, it's about women and their right to make choices about their own health, lives, and bodies. This dude probably has a woman or a guy on the side, okay? You know? He got him somebody on the side, man. That's why he ain't tripping, man. Y'all women need to stop giving your dudes and all this opportunity to go out there and sleep around with different women. Okay, that's all he gonna do. And you basically gonna give him a pass. But he's gonna go along with it because this guy, he does whatever women says. He's one of those guys that he's one of these feminist allies. He's one of these women could do no wrong type guys, you know what I'm saying? But as soon as somebody makes an accusation about him, as soon as somebody says something about him, then all of a sudden he's going to be looking for men to come to his defense, That's how it usually is with these guys, man. That's how it usually is, And that's her husband. That's a very feminist relationship, You can tell who runs that. We can tell who runs that relationship without question. Without question, we know who runs that relationship. Without question, Make sure y'all like the stream, people. Yeah, that was a major simp alert. Major simp alert. The alert was going way off when I was reading that. I'm like, yeah, the alert is being sound. There's a lot going on in this situation, and the alarm is just going off. All right. Now, let's go to Twitter, people. Let's go to Twitter. Let's see. All right. We're going to go to Twitter real quick. Let's look at some of these tweets. All right. Candace Owens says, from an illustrator's perspective, radical feminist sex strike. The potential to save America. Yes, ladies, leave the terrible bondage of procreation to us horrible conservatives. Consider me a dear ally, friend, and mentor to your commitment to abstinence. Love the sarcasm. Y'all know I love the sarcasm. Okay. Make sure that y'all follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, people. Let's see. My girlfriend says she joined the sex strike. She looks serious. A sex strike is not the answer because in the same way as women are a sex supply and men are a sex demand. It erases queer women. It ignores the reality of rape. Stop pushing this very bad idea. I'm a liberal and pro-choice, and I think Alyssa Milano should just stop championing women's causes. She is making us ridiculous. If you want change, go after the people who are making the laws. And that is Melissa. See, this is anybody on Twitter with a verified check account can be an activist these days. Anybody with a verified account can be an activist these days. This is how low the bar has been set, people. The bar has been set this low that pretty much anybody can be an activist these days. Anybody. Anybody can be an activist these days. Anybody. As long as you have a verified account, you can be an activist. That's where we are these days. History shows that a sex strike is surprisingly effective. Right. Shout out to Antoine Wood. Appreciate that. Yeah, she has 3 million followers. Let's go to this thread here. Let's see what people are saying. Did you read this article in its entirety? Because the last 4 paragraphs lay out the reasons this type of strategy won't work for the U.S. You beat me. This is a historical interpretation and lacks a serious understanding of how organization and labor strikes work. Also, you clearly didn't read the entire article, but in order for a sex strike to succeed in the U.S., it must be inclusive with a specific goal in mind. Otherwise, we'll just be treading water. What do you mean by inclusiveness? I'm sick of you. It's always you blacks. You blacks are always talking about inclusiveness. Like, seriously, would you please move to the right and sit the fuck down? No one gives a fuck about your inclusiveness. Jesus Christ. Inclusive what? People are just idiots for no reason. Oh, I see. She's probably one of those women that got a woman. This female right here probably got her a woman. She ain't forgetting no man no how. You know? Well, let's move on. Did you read this article? This is exactly why I tell y'all you got these armchair Twitter revolutionaries who don't read source material. I would never in my life post an article and not read the fucking article. When you do that, people are, especially when you got 3 million followers, people are going to clown you. And that's exactly what happened in this situation. Shout out to Vern85. Appreciate that. This guy here says she could also listen to the marginalized voices telling her how damaging her position is, but she never does that. See, Miss Milano asking people to pledge to not talk negatively about Democratic candidates. See, also her championing of the fat shaming show insidious. Thank you for siding with pro-lifers by teaching abstinence. You're actually helping them by preaching the only 10%, the only 100% foolproof method of birth control. The fact that you're doing it with a straight face, that's probably unintentional, but it's funny. See, this is why I'm telling y'all, some of you people need to stop being revolutionaries. You do not know what you are doing. You don't know what you are doing. You don't understand that if you don't read source material, if you don't understand that your topics and your the concept of what you're speaking on, people are going to make you look bad. She's talking about how she's championing women, but she got a whole bunch of women who are making fun of her, who are laughing at her, who are, against her. Alyssa, this ain't the life for you. Just because you got a verified check, you got 3 million followers, don't mean you're an activist. People don't care about your activism. They see you as being in the way. This woman is laughing at her. This ain't it. Sex is not a currency given to good people and withheld from uncooperative ones. Effective at losing your husbands. Any woman who spends this much time on denying their husband's boyfriend sex when they're done nothing wrong is headed to a pointless end. You're 3/4 of the way to being miserable already, or you're terrible in bed and the man doesn't care. All right. Let's see. I think it's a great idea. We're also taking out the legal brothels in Nevada too, right? Because that might be a problem. Thank you for preaching abstinence. Mike Pence is thrilled with this initiative. Abortion should go way down over the next 3 to 4 months. Thank you for your courage. Sex strike sounds perfect. It sounds perfect alternative to heartbeat pill. Either way, there will far less abortions. Brother, come on, man. Niggas is tweeting fast as they can, man. As referred to as abstinence. Also referred to as abstinence. Also referred to as married men. Hold on. Let's see. No real action is what she's advocating. Isn't this normally referred to as marriage? That's what all my married friends tell me. At least it cuts down on getting pregnant and killing babies. Thank you, Alyssa. Reminds me of a 4-year-old who says, I'm going to hold my breath until you give me that candy. Just wait him out. Let's see. The meltdown may continues. It just means you're not breeding, thank God. Oh my goodness. Make sure y'all like the stream, people. Like the stream. Let's see. Shout out to Antoine Wood again. Says JDB LOL. All right. This doesn't change my stance to those who choose abstinence. All the power to you. But I cannot, in good conscience, support a proposal that turns my vagina into currency and encourages the wrong kind of discourse about women's bodies, even when effective. This is so laughable. Hashtag useful idiot. LOL, not according to this article. They don't. Did you read it? With how most of today's feminist attractiveness is, I'll gladly not touch them ill. Wow, just wow. She stole this from Spike Lee. She did. She stole the idea from Spike Lee. He had it in his Chirac movie, man. This was in the Chirac movie. White people are always stealing ideas, man. Always stealing ideas from black people. Always stealing black people's ideas, man. She seems to have a habit of stealing things from people and calling it her own. Hashtag me too. Let's see. We have to respect the creation of life. If we found an inkling of life on another planet, we would protect it beyond measure, yet we throw ours away. Women need health care to prevent pregnancies. The dude with the crying emojis, he says, so women are basically threatening something they automatically do after about 18 months of marriage. This dude says, didn't work last night. You know, he said, didn't work last night, you know. He said, that didn't work last night. And then the female, this is a woman now, she responded to him saying, ooh, what do you call it? Snizap. Yes. That's how you say that. We are living in the greatest time of our lives. Finally, a president, real Donald Trump, who literally makes Dems and Libs openly show the world that the level of their lunacy has no limits. They have been perpetually triggered since November 7th, 2016. Thank you. And that well, you might be right. I mean, that's the year when everything changed. I mean, you had a lot of people being kicked off platforms. You've had demonetization. A lot has been going on ever since the election of Donald Trump. A lot has been going on, people. A lot has been going on. Let's see. Abstinence is the best contraceptive. Thank you for your new pro-life stance. It's very successful in preventing kids with questionable DNA. Let's see. Wouldn't most of the ladies that support pro-choice also be in relationships with those that support pro-choice. I'm not sure this makes sense other than to cause strife in relationships. Using sex as a tool in a relationship is rarely a good idea. Oh, this shit is hilarious. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this meme, fam. Look at this meme. Look at this meme, man. Look at this meme, man. This is the best thing about Twitter. The memes are like the best thing about Twitter. You know, people want to end memes, man. They want to take your memes away because it don't fit their narrative. It makes them look bad. Liberals want to take away your memes. Don't let them take away your memes. This shit is hella funny. This is what makes Twitter fun. When you can see this on your timeline, you can retweet it. You can make fun of people with these memes. This is the best thing about Twitter, man. One of the few good things about it, you know. Dang, I'm hoping this collage made Mad Milano in it. Let's see. Shout out to Darren Nelson. 2016 is when YouTube started to suck, actually. Yeah, because, you know, it got political. YouTube got very political around that time, man. Let's see. Will not be effective in 2019. Glad my wife isn't supporting this. Let's see. As long as you're not appealing to the cohort of men in long-term marriages, they won't notice any difference. You're an idiot. I'm sorry, Alyssa, but organized voting and getting people registered to vote is the only proven way to make gains. The numbers are there. It just matters organization. Damn, you're creative, but you're late. If you were a bit early, you could have become Carol Danvers, a.k.a. Captain Marvel. It's okay. Will you be okay with her sidekick, Miss Marvel? It's okay. Will you be okay with her sidekick, Miss Marvel? I don't get that. Let's see. You know where else will benefit from this? Massage Republic. Come on, bro. Come on. Let's see. It was effective in making me realize I was with the wrong life partner. Seems it was what we both wanted, so maybe you're right. History tells us exactly why Monet's plan won't work. The sex strikes in Liberia, Colombia, Kenya, and the Philippines had a very specific demand. Literal quote from the article. This is hilarious. Yes, sex strike. I'm hoping for an increase in followers after this post. The suggestion is very different from the law. Okay, this is a comparison of, I guess, women. You got the conservative women, and then you got the liberal women. And we see why these women are butthurt. Look at the conservative women and look at the liberal women. The women who are always in the forefront of the media, you know, doing news and things of that nature. This is probably why they got Michael Moore. They got Michael Moore with the liberal women, man. They petty for this shit, man. They put Michael Moore with the liberal women. Oh my goodness, man. They got Oprah. Got AOC. They got AOC. God damn, these are some very unattractive women, man. And they put Michael Moore in there. Unattractive women. They got one guy, but the rest of these women are very unattractive. But they put Michael Moore in it, man. Why they put Michael Moore in it? That's a guy, man. You know? But look at the conservative women, man. Let me see if I know any of these women. Okay, I know her. I've seen her videos. And Stacey Dash. These are conservative women, and we see why liberal females are butthurt. Okay, but damn, y'all put Michael Moore in there. That's petty, man. Too good not to post for the reactions. Sex strike. On it. Disgruntled mom. Look at her name. Disgruntled mom. I ain't see that. Sex strike should be a national holiday. Right. Huh? Yo, this shit is crazy. I mean, alright. Let's see what else is going on. My problem with the sex strike, it feeds the narrative that women only have sex to satisfy men's sexual needs, ignores women's sexuality. Women like sex too. It is not something we give to men to keep them happy. This pushes an outdated narrative. Please stop. Of course, because women like to sleep around just as much as men. That's why these women want to have abortions. They want to have abortions, you know. They want to have abortions that, you know, because they're sleeping around. No, I wouldn't consider myself a conservative. I consider myself more of a centrist, libertarian, you know. I lean more to the right, though, than the left. You know, I'm not a Democrat at all, you know. I think conservatives are making better talking points than liberals are. So on a lot of different issues, I find myself siding with conservatives, you know. But I'm not a conservative myself, no. Writing an op-ed on sex strike. Can't wait for y'all to read. This was 3 hours ago. The other post was about 7 hours ago. She doubled down and say that she's writing a blog on it. So let's check out the reactions. God bless the great states of Alabama and Georgia. Hard pass. I'm just here for the ratio. Hard pass. No, thank you. Please, no more. I actually think that this is a good idea, but doubtful you agree as to why. I literally cannot believe you thought this was a good idea. Miss me with your hot take on how to use my body to bargain for my legislative rights. I'm busy watching paint dry. Let's see. Alyssa, I have bad news. Lysistrata was a work of fiction, not a case study. I hope I said that right. I probably did. I'm bad with names and certain words, you know. No thanks. I don't dabble in faux feminism. This shows me someone who is willing to listen to what? Oh, wait. Nope. Hard pass. Yo, these gifts are hilarious, man. Yo, these gifts are hilarious. You know, these gifts are hilarious, man. Yeah, man, this live stream, we talking about the sex strike because of the Georgia abortion. You know, the laws they just passed that, you know, as far as Georgia and a couple other states are concerned. You know? So, yeah, we talking about it. Alyssa Milano, a bigger disaster than Katrina. Facts. Damn. Can't wait to read this. I need a good laugh. Oh, somebody else is going to write it. She ain't going to write it. Somebody else is going to write it. And she has no shame whatsoever. Let's see. Another celebrity joined the fight of self-responsibility. Awesome. Please know I attempted this, but my wife says she doesn't believe in strikes. Sorry. I'm going to go watch Embrace of the Vampire in super slow mo. Thank you. Now there will be less abortions in the world. I'm telling you, man, people get on social media and they just talk. People just get on social media and they talk. You know, they say things that they really don't understand. They really don't. They think because they have a following that they should be out there using that following to spread misinformation, things that they did not research. When you have 3 million followers, you need to put well-researched info out there, because your followers, who are probably a lot smarter than you, are going to call you out. You know why? Because they've done the research. They've read articles. They understand the subject matter better than you do. And obviously, you're posting links to blogs that you didn't even read. That's embarrassing. And instead of you taking the tweet down, you leave the tweet up. No shame whatsoever. There's no shame whatsoever with some of these people. This is how crazy the left has gotten. And the fact that that black people continue to support the DNC, they continue to follow and support these clowns, just shows you why exactly you're in the position that you are in, because you continue to support clowns. Okay? Alyssa Milano and her ilk are clowns, and y'all continue to support people like that. You retweet their bullshit and you follow them. That says a lot about you. It really does. Sarah Gonzalez says, can't wait not to read this. All right. I just had sex. You know? Yo, these threads are actually very hilarious, man. You know. Let's see. Make sure you don't knock boots with anyone who's anti-choice. Sounds so much more fun. Let's see. So I said try again. Doubling down on useless nonsense. She definitely did double down, man. That's one way to prevent unwanted pregnancies, thus preventing the need for abortions. Way to channel your inner Greek mythology and Chirac. Just like then, it won't work unless you get 100% buy-in. Best of luck. Can't wait not to read it. Go away. Nope. Don't like that. This again. Let's see. No thanks. We good. Hard pass. Oh Lord. Nope. Didn't work at all. And what's the end game? Meaning. Let's see. And I live in Georgia, and from Georgia, trust black women. Okay. This particular female, she's from Georgia. So. This is the gist of the stream right here. It's just a stream right here. Is to really speak on what is going on in the country. Now, I know there's going to be people who are not going to like what Georgia's saying. Georgia isn't getting rid of abortion. They're basically saying, and I'm trying to see if I understand it, that if the growing child shows a heartbeat, right, or has a heartbeat, you can't abort after that, right? So what's wrong with that? Stop having unprotected sex. Listen, y'all can say, well, what about if there was a sexual assault? Those aren't happening at higher numbers than women just out here throwing their box around. There's a bigger ratio of women just out here having unprotected sex than women are dealing with sexual assaults and wanting to terminate pregnancies. That's different, people. That's a lot different. You got women out there that don't take care of their bodies and they're not getting checkups. Okay? That's why they don't know they're pregnant. And what happens is you got married women as well who have probably had abortions because they're having kids outside of the marriage. You got women in relationships who are sleeping around with dudes and get pregnant by those guys. And they know it ain't the father. They know that it's not the father of the other kids. They're not. It's not their boyfriend's child. So they may go and abort that. It's them getting rid of bad decisions. But they're not saying that we're going to ban abortion. They're saying that if the growing child inside of a woman shows a heartbeat, you cannot terminate the pregnancy. I don't understand what the problem is with that. What is the problem? It's the fact that women have gotten more and more outrageous. You give them a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, they're going to want more and they're going to want more. They'll never have enough. They'll never have enough. And that's why people are speaking out about this. Because they'll never have enough. See the bishop here. Hold on a second. Let's see. Shout out to Ill Wills J. Georgia stated you can abort a kid at 18 years old. 18 years of age because your child support has ended. Georgia needs to set a standard, people. They do, and I think they could. This could be an opportunity for them to do so. That's why they wanted to win Georgia so badly. Was because of situations like this. This is why they wanted to win Georgia that badly. That's because there is no pro-life movement in America. People who oppose healthcare, WIC, Head Start, aid for dependent families, child care assistance, and social justice for women and children aren't pro-life. They're anti-choice. And this is from a bishop, right? So let me see. So he's he's one of these Negro pastors. Listen, I don't know if this guy is a pastor at your church, but pastors should actually give a fuck about unborn children, sir. But somebody's pastor is like, he's in support of the sex strike. Again, I'm not trying to disrespect the guy. I'm just asking a simple question. Bro, would you allow your wife to go on a sex strike? Or your girlfriend or whoever you're with, sir, to go on a sex strike and not give you none, sir? You're a pastor. You're supposed to be for all life forms. And for you to say there's no pro-life movement in America, you might be right. But that's why you have conservatives and that's why you have Democrats. A lot of conservatives are for pro-life. A lot of Democrats are for pro-choice. Okay? But let's see what some of the people are saying. But this is somebody's pastor who's like, F pro-life. Jesus. Feminists promoting the sex strike make me laugh. Don't they know that according to Sharia law applied in 100 courts in the West, a woman can't say no to her husband? I'd like to see them oppose the law of the mosque. but they won't because that would be Islamophobia. I don't know if this might be a parody account. I don't know. But this is Islam. This is the religion that feminists and SJWs protect. You're protecting and listen, I ain't got no issues with Muslims or anybody who follows Islam. But Islam is not a feminist friendly religion. Or for you lame ass betas, you social justice warriors, Islam is not for you. But y'all protect it like it's, sacred. But you would never be able to go in front of a group of Muslims and push your bullshit. Let's see. I don't know why these SJWs go so hard for Islam when Islam is against everything that you promote. Hey everyone upset about Alyssa Milano's sex strike. Thanks for helping this trend. This was the point. Because women's lives are in danger. Oh, give me a break. P.S. It's not Alyssa Milano's fault. Our culture is patriarchal. She doesn't own that because she's acknowledging it. Also, it's a patriarchal society that is just destroying women. What about the women who are going on interviews saying they want more attention from men? Even though it's a dangerous world out there for women, they're going out there saying they want more attention from men. What about that, Sarah? I mean, Twitter is it's a cesspool. This is why I don't even like looking at certain trending topics on Twitter, man, because it's a cesspool, man. It really is, man. It's a cesspool of stupidity. Because both Sex Strike and Alyssa Milano are trending number 1, number 2 on Twitter, while aliens won't visit. See, this is what I saw this on Twitter too. Activists were calling her out, so this was trending, but I don't know if it's trending anymore with that. That's another tweet from I think that's the one I tweeted earlier. Let's see. Y'all see the BS that's on Twitter, man. All right, Krasenstein, the Georgia abortion bill you're protesting with a sex strike was written by 3 women. They're saying that women wrote this bill because there were women who were, I guess, in support of this. Like the stream, people. I'm going to keep saying it. Get those likes up, people. Get those likes up. What y'all think we here doing? He's conflating sponsors with authors. The Life Act was written by a man. It was written by a man. The sex shall apply to them banging each other. He's refusing to have sex. Can we verify that he was having sex before then? Oh, man. Oh, wow. Let's see. Shut up, Kayla. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't put my brother on blast like that. So we got a little beefing going on in the comment, in the chat, not the comment, but we got a little beefing going on in this thread right here. If y'all want to go and check out, they got some back and forth going on. This guy saying his brother ain't getting none. He said his brother ain't. Let me get out this thing, man. Let's see. LOL, liberals think a sex strike is gonna work. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. Same results, less nagging. Yep. All else fails. Man, I'm gonna tell you, it's just a lot of craziness going on out here, man. It's a lot of craziness going on out there, man. It's a lot of craziness out here in these streets, man. Let's see. I've been on a sex strike for men for years. Where's my fucking medal? Okay. Okay, shout out to Antoine Wood again. Sorry for the delay. I had to switch trailers here at the Bethpage, New York, Amazon Yard, Long Island. Okay, cool. I appreciate that, Antoine. Thank you for supporting in the super chat. Always support, man. I appreciate that, man. Reproductive responsibilities. Treat others with dignity and stand up against sex harassment and abuse. Abstain from sex until you've chosen one person to love, protect, and serve for life, who also chooses you. Be open to lives you may create together. Okay, here's the bishop again. What's wrong with the sex strike is the notion that, like a child's toy, cell phone, or video game, a woman's body is an object that should be withheld to induce behavior modification and given back to men once they get off punishment. So is he speaking against it? Let's see. He might be speaking. This might be against, or maybe he must be going back on what he said earlier. Because see, on Twitter, you post something and people get upset. They're gonna have to go back and they're gonna have to say, "Hey, dude, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why would you use those words, Bishop? That was offensive." That was offensive. This is from CJ Pearson. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure how consequential women who don't shave their underarms and wear vaginas on their head participate in a sex strike will be. Not sure these types of women are in any type of particular demand. You might be right about that, Holmes. You're right about that, Holmes. Listen, man. I'm telling you, man. You got people, man. They get on social media, man, and they get on Twitter and they talk about how, men are misogynists, men are sexist, men are harassing them. Then they talk about how they want more attention from men and how they think that sex can control men. This is how little they think of you. They think that most men just want sex. But the fact that you're protesting an abortion bill lets me know that you're giving that sex away. Okay, Brittany B. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I'm just looking at comments here and there. Yeah, make sure y'all get the likes up. But yeah, man, CJ Pearson was right about that, man. Look at the gifts. Oh man, these gifts, man. Oh man. Yo, that shit was funny. Yeah, man, this sex strike, man, has failure written all over it. No one gives a shit. Really don't. Men, a lot of guys aren't even approaching women anyway. The millennial men are having less sex. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm telling you, man, like A lot of these millennials don't give a shit about no sex strike. And you got women who are in relationships with men who don't give a fuck about no sex strike. They don't care about no sex strike. You really think they really care about a sex strike? You really think that these women who get on Twitter and they're acting as if they're supporting what she's saying, do y'all really think that these women are really living their truth? These women are living double lives, man. They're not being true to themselves or anybody else, family. Okay, fam? That's all I need to say on that. Salute to everybody that's tuning in, man. We got a lot going on in society. You know, we got a lot going on, people. A lot going on. And we really need to, especially us, especially for us, man, we really got to focus on ourselves and building ourselves up. Knock it off, Naeem. Knock it off, Naeem. There you go. But thing is, how y'all gonna go on sex strikes knowing y'all want sex too? Y'all want the D? Just to stop with all this, this whole identity politics and all of this, symbolism. Y'all want to get dick down. Y'all not about to go on no strike. Okay? I'm telling you, man, what is a sex strike gonna do, fam? Like, seriously. People may go on a sex strike for maybe a couple hours or for a day, but as soon, I'm telling you, you want to do a sex strike on the weekend when people off work, you really think these females who are off this weekend are really talking about a sex strike? These women trying to get it in, okay? They done bought a new dress to go to the club in. You know what I'm saying? They done met a new dude they like. It about to go down. They not about to go on no strike. You know what I'm saying? They not thinking about it. They may tweet in support of it, but that's about it. Okay? That's about it. And I'm pretty sure Alyssa is probably not living to what she's saying either, because she expects y'all to do the work while she sits back and gets the credit for an idea, once again, that she stole from Spike Lee. Okay? And she also, took the Me Too movement that was headed by a black woman and basically claimed it as her own, her and Rose McGowan. But you don't hear much from Rose McGowan, do you? You just hear Alyssa, who's looking more and more like an idiot. See, the credibility of this movement is going down the drain every single day. Because when you have women like this who is getting criticized from everybody, even people who side with her politically, socially, they're even against her. They're even against her, So really, all she's done is made herself look more and more bad in this situation. Shout out to Vern85. Men are not charmed by Alyssa. I'm like, nope, not anymore. Maybe back in the day, but not now. Maybe about 10, 15 years ago, not now. And the thing is, she actually used to seem like a likable person, but she's not likable anymore. What's likable about her, man? Nothing. Nathan is likable about her anymore, man. They've latched on to something to remain relevant in. Nobody was checking for her in Hollywood. This is why she's latching on to this. Right, King Swisher. That's what's going on with her. That's exactly what's going on with her. All right, people. I'm going to take a few phone calls. Hopefully y'all keep it short. But I am going to take a few phone calls. So let y'all call in. All right. Yes, I'm taking phone calls. I'm putting the phone line number in the chat so y'all can call in. Hopefully y'all have liked the stream as well. But yeah, this sex strike this was a bad idea. I think, but this is just what happens when you feel like you got power. These females feel like they got power in today's society. So they say things like this they think is going to make them seem like this great activist. Look at this idea that she has. When all she's doing is making herself look bad. That's all she's doing. That's all she's doing. Number is 803-767-4101. People, don't wait till somebody done called in and y'all call in, man. Okay? Shout out to all the non-feminists in my chat room. I'm pretty sure you have a better social life than these angry women on Twitter and on social media. Angry at the world, always giving a fuck about who this man is dating. Why is he not with a dark-skinned female? Like, who cares? He not with you? Y'all know what's funny? You got women, they get so much attention from dudes, right? But it never be from the men they want. So when they see women getting attention from the dudes they want, they feel some type of way because, in their small town, they're used to being, pursued. But when they get on social media, it ain't like that. If nobody's gonna call in, I could just go ahead and just wrap up the phone lines right now. You know what's funny is that Alyssa will get on social media and will talk all this feminist mumbo jumbo, but she's in a marriage. Hold on a second. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on? Yo, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Like, this new PC culture we living in 2019, man, like, it's like you can't do nothing no more, bro. Like, I'm really starting to miss the early 90s and the 2000s. The early 2000s.
Yeah, it's a different world. Shout out to Vern 85. It's a different world than it was then, man. Seemed like.
Like, I used to live in New Orleans back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And you used to go up in the club, right? A girl be twerking. You just get up on her, you know what I'm saying? And she looked behind. If she didn't like you, she tapped you on the shoulder and you kept it moving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if she liked you, she keep running, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do shit no more. That's like a damn sexual assault charge right now.
Yeah. If you not what they like, man, they definitely willing to get loud. Like, who the fuck is you? And you ugly, all this other shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget about Mardi Gras, man. You can get away with murder at Mardi Gras, bro. Girls let you suck on their titties in the street, all kinds of shit, dude. So, like, I just feel sorry for this generation of men, bro.
Yeah.
I worry about my nephew. I got an 18-year-old nephew. I worry about that nigga who came back from spring break and shit. It's like, especially if you black, dude. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, this shit just fucked up, bro. I'm gonna keep it brief, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
Appreciate you, Jaye.
All right, thanks for calling in, man. All right. Yeah, man, we have to worry more about our, sons or nephews. Yo, Severa, I think Severa from the East Coast. I think he said he stayed in New Orleans. Severa, if you from Louisiana, let me know. Or let the chat know. But yeah, we got to talk to the young men in our families, you know. Just tell them to be more self-aware, you know, because when we was young, we would do dumb things, you know, things that nowadays we probably wouldn't be able to get away with. Like you Negroes that, you know, it'd be about 5 of y'all and one chick. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They used to go on all the time when I was in like high school. Even when I was in middle school, you dudes with 5, 6 of y'all with one chick, or 2, 3 of y'all with one chick. You can't really do that much nowadays, man. You will catch a charge, or somebody will record something and post it on social media. So you definitely have to be careful out here. Anybody else want to call in? You gotta let me know. I will not be holding these lines open very long. Got about 2 minutes, and then I'm closing the phone lines down. Make sure y'all check out the video I posted today about the IG models threatening to leave social media or leave you Instagram if they remove the like button. You see, compliments don't really matter to women anymore. All they care about is, you know, likes and comments. As long as they're getting likes and comments every day, they can care less about a compliment. You know what I'm saying? They care less about a compliment. Okay, Zavira say he's from Baltimore, but he live in Louisiana now. Okay. I think they should remove the like button too. Let them do it. You know, they can't get that daily fix of attention that they desperately seem to need. Salute to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream as you're here or leave out. Yeah, these IG models, man, they wake up every day posting at least about 2 or 3 pics. They stay up to about 12, 1 o'clock. They'll put up a nighttime pic, then they get up in the morning and post a morning pic. And then they'll post like a motivational post, like, man, get the fuck out of here. You done paid for your body. You done paid for your tits, your ass, all that is paid for. And you leaving motivational posts. You flying out to Dubai and, you know, all these other countries, and you leaving motivational quotes. Man, stop it. Just stop it. Okay? We don't believe you, okay? We don't believe that you're out here getting it, you know, with hard work and dedication. Get the fuck out of here. You putting up all these posts hoping that one of these rappers see you and DM you. That's what you're hoping for. You're hoping to cash out on life. Okay? And that's what, you know, that's going on right now, man. They're trying to cash out on life. So I guess that's it for the phone calls. Salute to to everybody tuning in. You know, shout out to the women aspiring to be IG models. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple thousand followers and they got a whole Gmail in their bios. I see you. Yo, these chicks out here, they be posting pictures at, like, you know, swimming pools and at the beach, trying to make themselves seem like they're a professional, right? They're taking, you know, photos in their living rooms and their kitchen, and then they got their Gmail because they got a couple thousand followers. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't hard for a female to get a lot of followers on Instagram if she's showing, you know, her body off and she got a nice body. You know what I'm saying? Just get a couple people to share your pics and tag you. You're gonna grow. You know. And chicks out here with Gmails, I'm like, you know, you just a regular chick, man. These dudes will ruin your life. These dudes who are flying these chicks out these different countries, and man, they they will ruin your life. And these young girls don't understand this shit. Okay? They don't. They don't understand how fast their lives can be ruined. I know people may not, some of these shit ain't gonna care what I have to say, but just understand this. Your whole life can be altered by the decision that you make today. It can affect you for the long term. Your mental health can be affected long term. Women are starting to go crazy. This is why you have married women who are married to successful men still wanting attention. That just shows you something mentally ain't all there. Okay? And hopefully y'all get together, man. But y'all got to understand, man, it ain't all everything that glitters, everything that you think is good ain't good. It really ain't. But that's all I have today. Make sure that y'all follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure y'all go continue to buy the t-shirts, continue to support. And I will continue to be here to always keep things logical as much as I can. Okay? So salute to everybody that's here. I will see y'all in the next show. Good night and have a good rest of your weekend. All right?